TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the August 31st, terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And of course, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the good in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we'll go check out the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, that's cool too. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Just in that subject heading, put radio show question. And of course, inside the Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get things kick-started on terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, the Dow trade up 39 points at 21,932. S&P up 12. She's trading at 2469. NASDAQ 100 up 49 points, 5981. Russell 2000 up 1%, or nearly 14 points. Semis are up $10, about 0.9%. You've got gold up $8, $13.22. Silver up a nickel. A light sweet crude up $1.30, trading at $47.26. You've got natural gas up 3%. We're going to go ahead and start our day there. We go take a look at charts here. But leading the market to the upside right now, you've got Bitcoin. That's up. Investment Trust up $73, or nearly 8%. Priceline up 30. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals up 12. Bluebird Bio up 12. Alphabet up 11. Amazon up 11. Dollar General is leading the charge dollar-wise to the downside, nearly $4 off about 5%. Campbell Soup is down 7%. Genesco Inc. off $3.50. Insight Corp down 3. But let's go first take a look at that natural gas contract. We'll look at two different things out here. We'll look at the TAS market profiles. So we'll look at the 30-minute. You'll see nice wide-ranging bars began forming here at 10:30 this morning. That's on the 30-minute chart. Big wide-ranging bar. When you take a look at the 4-hour chart, that is the panel, really be third panel from the left-hand side, if you will. Then you got the daily chart and the weekly. Now, interestingly enough, in the daily chart, we're trading right up into resistance. The resistance being the top of that daily box out there. So 3.042 to be exact. The actual high so far is 3.038. So that's resistance. The box that we're taking a look at here on a daily basis, we haven't seen a close above it since it formed. This thing began forming on the trading day of August 16th. We're at the end of the month. So it's been in place. It's a nice box because we've seen both support and resistance hold. Yep. We've seen support and resistance hold. Now, the structure of this box is bearish. And we say that because the point of control, that little green, the bluish color, is closer to the top than it is to the bottom out here. So we know it's significant resistance. If you're in the trade, like John, I know you are, doesn't mean that you have to sell. You want to see it close above a significant resistance level. But do know this, you are up at resistance when it comes to the daily market profile. In the weekly chart out here, if you close above that daily level of 3.042, well, then that's going to open up the door to the top of the daily box in the 321 area. Right now, you're just sitting here at its point of control. But the box that has more meaning right now would be the daily chart out there. Then let's go take a look at Stevie's other chart. Let's go take a look at that oscillator unchanged line and the price oscillator. What we're seeing here is you see we've got the signal for a counter trend rally. We actually got that pattern in this October contract right here on this trading day, August 9th, when price was able to get above Stevie's red line. That then said to you and I that the price oscillator in the very bottom panel of my screen had turned up. It's below zero. It tells us that you have either a bottom that has formed or you have a counter trend rally. How will we know if it's a bottom? Well, we'll know when we see that test of the price oscillator and change line and the zero line of that price oscillator. I know it sounds like a whole lot of oscillation going on, but folks, it is what it is. It's an extraordinary tool. We like to use extraordinary tools around here. You can also see last time that the bears were out here, trading day of August 14th, we're trading above that level. The next bearish real signal out here takes us back into June 29th, and that's at a price level of about that 312 area. So I think somewhere around the weekly profile up there. But as this price oscillator reaches zero, we're very close. Probably see that occur tomorrow. Monday in the futures trading on Monday, I think so. Tuesday out here. And then there's going to be a test. There's going to be likely a retracement back to Stevie's red line. Not saying it's going to happen today, but know that we're up against resistance. And this is where we start to get at the levels here where price starts to move sideways, lose some of its momentum until we actually get the test out here. So that's what I see when I take a look at the natural gas contract out there. We had a second request that came in. That was for Tom. Tom wanted to go take a look at the LABD. Now, the LABD, let's go take a look at, let's do this here. I always said when you asked about something, it's not a commodity, we would go take a look at all three time frames out here. Now, in trading the LABD, that is the inverse, so that's the bear position of the IBB. So it only makes sense that what we have to do is go take a look at both of those. But if we take a look at the LABD, and Tom wanted to go ahead and get into this trade out here, all that we can say at this stage of the game is the swing point on a daily basis, which is back on July 25th, 6.8 million shares. That was taken out with 6.4, and today 7.7 million shares. So if you're going to take a look at this, the answer would be no way. No way would you go ahead and take a trade on the LABD right now. You're down below weekly profiles. It's the end of the, tomorrow's the end of the week out here. You can see you're at the lows, all-time lows for this vehicle. But really, we have to make our trading decisions, I believe, off of the IBB. There we're going to have a whole heck of a lot more information. So what's that information that we have? Well, the IBB right now is trading above resistance of its prior swing point. That was from July 25th. That had 1.6 million shares. Right now, as of 113, you're above it with 1.1 million shares. To me, that suggests that you have the volume and you're going to get it confirmed A to B equals CD to the upside. If you take a look at the swing point on a weekly basis, 6 million shares. That was on July 24th out here. Of course, we know we're going to really be in more of a light type volume marketplace the rest of the afternoon, probably tomorrow. So are you going to take out the swing point with volume on a weekly basis? I don't know. Well, we know that it trades a million shares or 1.5 or what is this? At least a million shares. So at a million, 4.3 or 5.3. Yeah, you could actually take out the weekly. I don't know, Tommy. I don't think the time is right until you see some type of failure. And it ain't there right now. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 35. S&P is up 11. Let's go to Ormond Beach and speak with Mike. Mike, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you doing this afternoon?
Pretty good, Steve. Yesterday, I bought a little bit of GE. And
Okay.
I bought it because on my chart, I got a price RSI divergent, and I got I saw the little hammer candle that had formed, and I picked it up around 24 or 40. And I was wondering what you thought. I thought it could get up to like at least 25 and change, maybe. What do you think?
Now, when you say you were looking at the chart, what's the time frame on that chart that you were looking at? Is that a daily chart? Is that a weekly chart?
Well, I was looking at it on a daily chart, but also I broke it down a little bit. I broke it down to like an hourly. So I looked
An
at
hourly time frame. Okay.
couple
Because when I
different
take
intervals.
a look at the daily time frame chart out here, yesterday was certainly not a hammer candle. So because you'd mentioned that. Now the weekly might be actually providing you with the hammer candle, but the daily wasn't. But let's take a look. Let's start with the daily chart first. Now, when you got into this trade, tell me your trade strategy. Is this a long-term trade? Tell me what you're doing here so I can help you even more.
Well, I kind of set it up as a short-term trade. I was going to see if it would. I thought it had a good chance to get up to around 25, and then I was going to look at everything at it when it got to that point, if it got to that point, and then make a determination of whether it would go up maybe
Perfect.
to the next
Excellent.
higher level, which I thought would be like, I don't know, like around 25, 80, something like that range around there.
Okay, that's excellent. So thank you. So you're using the figure of $25. I will say that as I take a look at the chart right now, I think you got 24.94 out of this before you need to make a decision. Today
Okay.
you have nice volume in the equity, about 30 million shares so far. That is more equity off of the bottom. than even what it's going to go into down around that level August the 17th, which has 31 million shares. So I like it. The reason why I give you $24.94, that's the top of the TAS market profile. So I like that. Now, with regard to, is this a possibility that it's a bottom out? Now, I don't see the price relative strength divergent pattern, by the way, on the daily time frame chart out here, but that's neither here nor there.
On my chart, it showed it. So
sure.
Maybe your
I absolutely, and I have a proprietary tool that I use to calculate those. So it's going to be different, perhaps, than what you're using. I'm just saying on my chart, I can't replicate that for you. On the weekly chart, here's one thing that I can do. Let me pull this weekly chart over. And if we just simply start a wave counts from the trading week of July 22nd, and we start doing our counts to the downside, we have a potential seventh wave move. That's one potential count. You got either wave number 7 or wave number 5 out there. You and I love wave number 7, the letter G, on the chart. You do have, at this stage of the game, a hammer candle. I don't know what that candle configuration is going to look like tomorrow. But as long as it continues to trade higher, hammer or not, you're going to have a bullish reversal signal on a weekly basis. You're also going to have the completion of an A to B equals CD to the downside. And that A to B equals CD was your 1 to 1.618. If you own The Art of Timing the Trade, I don't know what page it's on, but I know it's in there. And it would say that once you do the 1 to 1.618, you're going to do something else. So at this stage here, the weekly chart now says 25.34 would be the level that price would need to get above to give you the confirmed change in trend signal out here. So I think you're going to get that 25 or close to that 25. And just simply, I'll say congrats on the trade out here. And just keep a stop below the lows of this week. If you're right, those lows won't be seen again.
Right.
All right, and if in fact the lows get taken out, then the next entry area that I would be watching would be right around 23.29, and that is the bottom of the monthly TAS market profile out there. All right, so how else can I help you on that trade?
No, you added to what I was looking at, and you pointed out some things that I overlooked. So. Okay. You helped me out a lot.
That's what we're here for. So, hey, congrats on the trade. Best of luck to you, and keep in touch.
Thank you, Steve. Bye.
You bet. That was Mike in Ormond Beach out here. We have a request that came in from Phil. Oh, we were going back to the Tom. I wanted to get to the last piece of Tom's trade out there, which was to take a look at the TVIX. So, Tom, we took a look at that little trading strategy. Let me see if I still have that on the system out here. Yep, TVX trade strategy. I think you're trying to go long the TVIX, and we can see that no, you can't take that trade just yet. I don't see taking that trade just yet. We just look at just simply this little. I know you're a short-term trader. When you take a look at this, 2-minute chart out here, there's really not much of a trend out here. Price is trading with inside the this little TAS market profile, which was in the prior profile. So the answer is no. I don't see that as a trade to take. If we go look at the volatility index, of course, that's kind of misnomer to provide you information about what the VIX is doing when this trade has nothing to do with the spot volatility index. It has everything to do with the September and the October contracts out here. So you really have to analyze those. But what I can suggest to you is that at this stage of the game, we can see that the spot volatility index is trading below the 50-day exponential moving average. It closed below that yesterday, 1142. It's not really a surprise to you, me, or anyone else that the market is trading higher. As long as the spot volatility index is going to trade below 1142, more likely than not, it's got its set sight at 955. Now, I don't know what that's going to equate to in TVIX, but it's not where it's at right now. So at this stage of the game, until we can prove otherwise, the signal is to be looking at the other vehicle out here. It looks like the volatility index still wants to fall. Are we going to see a lot of movement between now and tomorrow afternoon? I don't know. Maybe, but I wouldn't bet on it. Things should be pretty much, and we'll go see what those cap-off levels are out here. So we won't assume anything, but we'll take a look at those cap-off levels after we take a look at what Phil wanted to look at. Phil Collins wrote in, and he wanted to take a look at ILMN. So as we go take a look at that ticker symbol, we'll look at it both from the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. And let me go put that symbol in on the other chart as well. So now Phil is long. Illumina is the ticker symbol out here, is the name of the company that we are taking a look at. And if we take a look at this chart out here on the daily basis, well, here's what we know. The swing point that Illumina is dealing with is from August 7th. That at 938,000 shares. You're up above it right now with 708. Seems like it's a possibility for an A to B equals CD to the upside out here. We won't really go calculate at this stage. It's above the daily market profile. The reason we won't is because we're going to a break. So during the break, I'll take a look at the weekly chart. I'll take a look at the monthly chart. And we'll try to aid Phil as to where price is going. But I'd have to say, Phil, you got to look at the week of September 14th, 2015. And, well, we'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, we're taking a look at Lumina Inc. ILMN is a ticker symbol. And so we were moving over into the weekly time frame chart. So here's where we're going to take a look at the A to B equals CD pattern, the lightning bolt pattern out here. And because this has the potential to, in fact, at least complete the one-to-one move. I would say actually even higher than that. But let's just take things one step at a time. Now, the A-point on this is the week that began December 5th, 2016. Makes a nice move right up into resistance out here. Resistance because we know this big, huge downdraft, big, huge bearish engulfing, big, huge volume of 19 million shares. That was resistance. Old resistance is now new support. So if you and I were going to try to figure out, well, where's the support level on this, we would come back and we would say it is 186.71, give or take a few pennies out here. What we also know is this week, this very week, we have a brand new weekly market profile. Now, the top of that was 180.77. That's a beauty. You're already above that right now. So that's just more emphasis that this, in fact, wants to move higher. In fact, we have a little shooting star out here on the trading week of August the 7th. Prices above that as well. So, Phil, all looks pretty good when you and I take a look at the weekly chart. The B point of this equity, which happened to be the week of May 1st out there, 4.3 million shares, and that was passed with a wide-ranging bar and accelerated volume. Sound familiar? That's the week of July 31st with 10.5 million shares. So your one-to-one price target is 238.09. Now, doesn't look like it's going to have the volume that it made up at its highs on a weekly basis, which was 15 million. You've got a classic, I want to test a high volume high condition. So it does look like to me, you've got 207 to 242 written all over this, and I know you're in at a good price out here. So that's what I see when I take a look at Illumina. The only thing that you want to see get resolved out here, this is not a reason to sell. It's just a reason to be aware. If you went to AAA to get your triptych because you were going on the road this week, well, you'd want to know where the potholes are. And the only pothole in this is that price has been moving higher, doing less relative energy out there, and you have the possibility of being in wave number 7. Again, no reason to sell, but you would be watching on the downside Stevie's red line, 190.19 as we speak right now. You may only be in wave number 2, and I think that's more likely the case out there, but we just have to make sure that I give you all of the signals when we take a look at ILMN. Thanks for writing in. Have a great holiday. Folks, I won't be with you tomorrow, unfortunately. That's why I say have a great holiday out there. But I'll be with you in the spirit. Now, let's go take a look at what the markets are doing. Let's go try to figure out what is the signal coming from the stock markets as of 1:33 in the afternoon. Where is the lid, if there is a lid on these markets? And the easiest way for us to try to identify that, we'll start with the S&P 500 via the ES Mini out here. And we can see this is the weekly TAS market profile. We know that the bottom of that box has been excellent support. Every time price has gotten down to that 24.19 area, it's been a springboard to higher price. This week, though, even a larger springboard. It's going to do the triple Indy. And by doing the triple Indy, that's going to bring the 24.79 area into play. You're at 24.67 as we speak right now. No reason for it not to get up there. But that should be the lid. And it can get beyond that. It can easily test the high from the week of August 7th. That's out at 24.88. So 24.79, 24.88, that is game on out here. And if we do see a close above 24.79, if we do see a close above 24.88, it's game on to a much higher price. But at this stage of the game, I'd anticipate the market can drip, drip, drip up to those levels out here. There's no reason to say that it can't. Now, those of you that have wonderful eyes, you took a look at that profile, and that profile said, hey, I have a bearish structure. Center of the box is closer to the top of the box out there. So if, in fact, you get a close above that, that is mucho grande bullish. But right now, we have to take it for what it is. And that is where the snipers are sitting, ready to sell into the ES Mini. Now, maybe it's not going to make it all the way up to that level. This I do not know. And the reason I don't know that is because of the NQ. The NQ, which some have called the dog out here, it's far from the dog, is very close to have tested the top of its box. In fact, for all intents and purposes, we can say that it has. The top of the box is $59.95 and a little bit of change out here. We've been up as high as $59.88. So yeah, it's got a little bit higher to run out here. And so we'll want to really keep our eyes glued on that, because this is going to be the first one to go test the top of a weekly profile. The number to be watching, $59.95 and change out there. Watch the NQ. In the case of the Russell 2000, the real weak link in the market, well, folks, as we speak right now, it's been able to stretch. It's been able to get its way up above the bottom of that weekly profile. I don't know if it's going to end above it. And if it does, boy, that's bullish. And if it doesn't, well, then that's bearish, because resistance will have held, but I'd rather say held. And that's $13.99 and a bit of change out there. So watch that tomorrow. $13.99. If, in fact, Russell 2000 closes below that, well, that will be providing you with a signal out here. Right now, the signal is not bearish. The signal is I'm back inside the range out here, the range of the weekly profile, and there is no reason for this to not run to 1422, maybe even 1434. But the close tomorrow will be what it is that you want to pay attention to. With regard to the Dow out here, the Dow kind of struggling, but really, and this is the daily profile. If I switch this to the weekly time frame out here, it's kind of saying, hey, I don't have a problem with the weekly. I'm already above the weekly profile high. So this is really suggesting to you and I that it actually wants to go test that high out here from August the 7th, and that's in the 22,132 level. But if we go back to the daily time frame out here, let me do this. Let me go back, switch it to daily box. Has it been able to break above a little descending trend line? And does that trend line even matter out here inside of the Dow? I don't know. Really, if I did know, I would tell you out here. I think when we come back, we just simply take a look at these profiles out here. It's going to be the NQ that's going to give us that first piece of information out here. And if that's the case, if that really is the case, Steve-O, probably we should go and take a look at the NQ charts out here, right? See if there's any kind of signals there. We know what profiles are telling us, but hey, how is price doing on this move to higher ground out here? I think that's an excellent question. So if we go take a look at the 30-minute chart out here, here's what we're going to see. We're going to see that the price has been moving higher, been doing a less relative energy. We don't have any kind of bearish reversal signal. You're above Stevie's red line on a 30-minute basis. You're above the top of its TAS 30-minute profile. We did get a 9 count, a TD setup 9 count. Didn't trade within bar number 5 or 6 out here. There's not even a stalling pattern really in play for the NQ on a 30-minute chart out here. If we go take a look at a little larger time frame, larger, by larger, I mean 120-minute chart out here. Well, 120-minute chart, interesting. When it formed the last bottom, we're talking about the NQ on 120-minute time frame. The 120-minute time frame out here formed a 7th wave move, letter G. We're in letter G right now. Now that G can extend for hours upon end out here. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. You'd have to close below 59.64 to get your skirt in a tizzy. We'll be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. The Taz Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the Taz Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Taz Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the Taz Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien has just announced that he'll be coming to Boston September 30th for a free workshop, The Art of Timing the Trade. Join Tom O'Brien Saturday morning, September 30th at the Boston Marriott in Burlington, Massachusetts, as he breaks down his trading methodology and provides you with the tools to become a more successful and profitable trader. Everyone that attends in person will receive a free signed copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. Daryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute will also be presenting for 90 minutes at this free event.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. Join me in Boston on September 30th as I return to my hometown for a workshop about the art of timing the trade. I look forward to seeing all the Tigers and Tigresses for this special free event.
All action starts early at 7:30 a.m. with a continental breakfast and wraps up at about 1 p.m. Topics that Tom will be covering during his presentation include quality volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, swing points, and much, much more. For all the information on this free Boston event taking place Saturday, September 30th, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back. Hey, I didn't hear Regina's Pizza inside that last ad for the event that Tom is going to be doing up in Boston, but I'm sure the goop has got to be somewhere planned inside that trip. So what do we want to look at next out here? I think we go take a look at Goldilocks. You've got gold up $9. You've got the yen continuing to get weaker out here. So that's an odd couple out here. But nonetheless, if we go take a look at Goldilocks, see what it's doing out here. What we can see that it did earlier was it came back, tested the top of the consolidation box, successful. Check that off the list. Tested Stevie's red line. So there ain't nothing bearish about taking a look at Goldilocks right now. Of course, we do have that TD sequential count out there from a couple of days ago, but that by itself is that's only a potential signal. You've got to get, my opinion, below Stevie's red line in order for that signal to be activated. If I take a look at a short-term chart out here, a 30-minute chart, when price was moving lower earlier this morning, or was it late last night? Let's get the exact time on it. At the 2200 hours, so that's 10 o'clock in my book, you can see that price was moving lower, doing less relative energy. And in fact, the Calvary showed up with a little hammer candle at 11 o'clock, little bullish engulfing candle at 11:30, and it's been off to the races since then out here. Wave counts that we're in on a 30-minute chart, we're in only the third, and you can see a little bit of resistance, 13 1/4 out here, but you take that out and you continue to sledge higher out here. Now, that is in opposition, for the most part, of what we're seeing inside of the Japanese yen. And as we take a look at the Japanese yen out here, you can see that made wave number 7, big old bearish engulfing candle, and I don't see where price has gotten down to any support levels. Yes, trading inside a little congestion area, right? So if you were driving down this expressway, you would see there's congestion with regard to previous candlesticks out here. So taking a bit of a breather, and it will be interesting to see how this actually plays out. And that's our take a look at the Japanese yen. That is our take at the gold. Let's take a look at the 30-year Treasury out here. Now, I've got to put the continuous contract out here because if I put the December contract is going to show a gap to the downside, and that's really not the case out here. But what we can see is price continues to run into resistance out here. That was established by that bear sash candle back on the trading day of June 27th. Was level. And you've got that little shooting star. So, hey, not bearish, not until you see it close below Stevie's red line 156 out here. So that's what's going on in those three vehicles. I see a question inside the den out here. SR, just a note, NDX gave a 913 count Wednesday close. Sequential sell, not yet confirmed. All right, thank you for that, Mr. Z. So that was the NDX 100. Give me a moment. So let's take a look at the NDX 100, just simply since you brought that up. It's worthwhile to go take a look at that. And that means, let's go take a look at the Qs. I see that sequential sell signal out. Whoops, that's not it. So I see that out here. That's the blue number 13. We can see the price is really trading into that big old bearish engulfing candle on July 27. Let's go take a look at volumes. I can't imagine that the Qs have anywhere near the volume of that trading session. Nonetheless, that's resistance. This is a weekly chart. Well, let's put on the daily time frame chart for the moment. So we can see out here that the volume on that trading day, 80 million shares. It sounds to me like that was a high volume high, was it not? What's that look like to you? And so we've got a test of that high volume high that's underway, the top of which is 145.96. Today's high so far, 145.97. Now, how does that work? Now, are we going to have lighter volume today or what? Of course. We don't have a choice. It doesn't have a choice. It's going to have lighter volume. One could call that a failure on price and volume. In fact, there would be nothing else that you could do other than say that that's the case. But the trading day is not over. Price may, in fact, get up there. The month is going to be over at the end of the month. And if we go take a look at the NDX 100, where did I put that chart? Let's go take a look. I posted it before I had an appointment I had to go out to, and then got back, and I think it's this chart here. Now, this is a chart of the NDX 100. So thank you for reminding me about the NDX 100. I would have just simply forgotten altogether. The mind is just going, into the dumpster. But you don't mind. If we take a look at this chart, the month is coming to an end. Let's focus on the monthly chart right now. What do you see that I see? I see just simply a substantial, significant, extraordinary trend to the upside out here. Yes, I do. And resistance for the last really 3 months out here has been the horizontal trading range level of 58.60 and change out there, right? Couldn't bust through it. Didn't look like it was going to bust through it as of Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, Monday night, Tuesday. Monday night, Tuesday morning out here. But there is resilience inside of the NASDAQ 100 out here. There is no resistance in sight when we take a look at the NASDAQ 100. One might be able to say, maybe 62.17, the midway point. Midway, I like Midway. Isn't that one of your favorite movies too? But I can't really, if I'm going to take the bullish side of the market right now, which is actually about the only side you can take if you're looking at the NDX 100, so don't short the NDX 100. Looks like what it wants to do is go target the next horizontal trading range level, 65.73. That's the monthly chart. That's the longer-term picture. It looks beautiful. You cannot look at this chart and say it is not a thing of beauty out here. And in fact, this last leg, when I say last leg, I'm referring to off of the election lows out here. So the month of November 2016, it is a beauty out here. So as long as the NDX can weather the storms of September, which at this stage here it looks like it's going to do, and wait till we get into the favorable seasonal cycle. Of course, maybe we don't have to wait. We look at the weekly chart, that's dead center. That says 61.27 could be the next resistance level, the top of that horizontal trading range, 60.30 on the daily basis. So again, just keeping inside your time frame, those are different resistance levels. Now, 60.30 is not going to get hit unless we see it close. Doesn't have to be today. It could be tomorrow. And then old resistance would become new support, and that's at top of that July 27th level out here. So that is your NDX 100. As long as we're looking at horizontal trading ranges for the NDX, let's go take a look at the S&P 500. Strong week. Another strong week out here. If we take a look at the weekly horizontal trading ranges, the level has held. The level we're referring to is 2439. So looks like it wants to go test those highs too. Now, this is an important set of highs out. Another big old bearish engulfing candle. And so resistance is going to be in the 2480 level. That's what. Now, these levels are not going to come into play. They're not going to come into play until you know what, right? Right? You know what. And that you know what is not until we see the equity futures contracts take out resistance. But if you see the NQ take out, close above 59.95, that will be your outcome inside the NDX 100. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
If you're looking to open your portfolio to a world of opportunity, consider the new market-safe emerging currency CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 5 equally weighted currencies from Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, and Turkey at a time when experts see great potential for global growth. Even better, it features a 7.0 leverage factor, which means you could earn a potential market upside payment of 7 times the CD's performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. The September 28th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA, FSB, member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's TigerTV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So to clear up the last 2 minutes out here, and a great question was really posted, kind of a statement inside the den, but this is good. And it was hard to figure if Steve is bullish or not. And so if you are wondering the same thing, then you know exactly how. If you can't figure if I'm bullish or bearish, then what am I? Neutral. In fact, I have raised more cash by selling into these different rallies here just out of caution. You got a kook, in North Vietnam out there. I don't know how that's going to play out. We're in the unfavorable seasonal cycle, no matter how you take a look at it. I want to see these resistance levels fail. So for me, the really important areas to watch are what we took a look at. They're going to be these weekly market profile highs inside of the ES Mini, inside of the NQ out here. We may just really be in a sideways trading range. We're in this unfavorable seasonal cycle out here. And quite frankly, that might just simply mean by moving in between the levels of 59.95 to 57.34, or in the ES Mini from 24.79 to 24.19. I don't have any other reason to believe otherwise at the moment out here. What I'm really protecting against is a skirmish, is a military skirmish out here, or maybe something that is more than a military skirmish. And the reason is, whoops, don't choose this, is because I know what takes place during those skirmishes. And what typically takes place, let me see if I can find this chart out here. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Here we go. Here's just one of them. I mean, we can go back to North Korea just as an example from this current slide out here. Go back to what happens. The markets do not like skirmishes. What the markets like, though, is the potential where they see that that skirmish will resolve itself in a positive way for the United States of America. That's the way it happened in 1950. That's the way that it'll happen this time around as well. So we got to be careful out there, and it's not really a bad time to be El Neutral. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Have a great holiday, folks. We'll see you back on Terrific Tuesday. Take care.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Tom O'Brien has just announced that he'll be coming to Boston September 30th for a free workshop, The Art of Timing the Trade. Join Tom O'Brien Saturday morning, September 30th at the Boston Marriott in Burlington, Massachusetts, as he breaks down his trading methodology and provides you with the tools to become a more successful and profitable trader. Everyone that attends in person will receive a free signed copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. Daryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute will also be presenting for 90 minutes at this free event.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Join me in Boston on September 30th as I return to my hometown for a workshop about the art of timing the trade. I look forward to seeing all the Tigers and Tigresses for this special free event.
All action starts early at 7:30 a.m. with a continental breakfast and wraps up at about 1 p.m. Topics that Tom will be covering during his presentation include quality volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, swing points, and much, much more. For all the information on this free Boston event taking place Saturday, September 30th, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments